Good evening, everybody. Honoring a local hero tonight, finally receiving the medals he earned more than 6 decades ago.
Junior Wells of Van Buren got the shock of his life today when family, friends, and local veterans surprised him with a special ceremony. Crystal Britt was in Van Buren. She joins us live tonight with more on this emotional story. Crystal?
Well, Junior Wells served in the Navy during World War II from 1943 to 1946. He lived to tell stories few can even imagine. Today, 64 years later, he's honored for everything he did for us. An emotional tribute for Junior Wells, a man who waited almost a lifetime to receive the medals he earned so bravely during World War II. Wells enlisted in the Navy in 1943 and was assigned to the USS War Hawk in 1945. The crew headed to the South Pacific, where tragedy would soon follow.
January 10, 1945, just before dawn,
an explosion by a Japanese suicide boat tore a 25-foot hole in the port side.
There was 120 Marine soldiers got trapped in underneath there.
Many of them died. Wells remembers vividly recovering his fallen comrades.
He reached down and pulled one of his skin to go on his hand, because he was under there about 10, 12 days.
A horror he'll likely never forget.
Said if he was any hell on earth, we was right close to it.
The ship listed for about 30 days in the water. During that time, Wells, a gunner's mate, and the rest of the crew worked to hold off air attacks before finally making it to land.
I was in the Pacific so long, all I ever seen was water.
And so he said he did not wait around for his medals, to get his medals. He said he had one thing in his mind, and that's to get home.
So the young man headed home to southeast Missouri. No medals in hand, even though he earned many.
We've been married now 55 years, and I've been trying, I'd love to get his medals, and it come to pass. And I'm so thankful.
Irma Wells says her husband's health is very poor. She couldn't stand the thought of him leaving this world and never actually seeing those medals. On this day, family, friends, and local veterans all watched on as Irma and others recognized the bravery of this man. Irma read a letter from President Truman in 1946.
I extend the heartfelt thanks of a grateful nation.
The words echoed here 64 years later to not only Wells, but the other veterans standing beside him.
Because of you, that where we are have this freedom.
The first medal for Wells, the Philippine Liberation Liberty Medal. Also, the Asiatic Pacific Campaign Medal and the World War II Victory Medal. As for what this means to Wells,
everything.
He could have died that day with the many, many others who perished on that ship. Wells knows he's here for a reason.
I told God, I said, you get me out of this mess, and I'll live for you when I get home.
A promise he says he kept.
To see that Junior got to be recognized for the service that he gave to us and the freedom that we have today.
Wells actually has more medals coming his way. He's still waiting on his Combat Action Medal and 5 Bronze Stars. And Junior Wells, by the way, will turn 85 later this month.
Well, a debt of gratitude. All of us owe him the freedoms we enjoy today. But thank goodness his wife got that for him. He deserves that.
His whole family worked really hard for that.
Brings a tear to your eye.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Well, thank you.
Crystal. That's